Hi, I'm Sara Waggle. I'm an astrologer and a leadership coach, and I just wanted to give you a disclaimer that the following information is not to be taken as medical, legal, or financial advice. Please seek out those professionals as needed. I am simply an astrologer looking at planets and transits and letting you know what the energies suggest. That being said, if you would like to work with me one-on-one, you can click the consultations link below. I offer wellness astrology consultations where I can look at your natal chart and let you know what best nourishment or movement would best support your natal chart. I also offer the sun, moon, rising consultation. If you're brand new to astrology and you just want to get to know those main, quote, big three areas of your chart, that can be very supportive. I also offer a full chart consultation if you want a full chart reading, of course, and single transit consultation. So right now we are in Sagittarius season where we will have a Mercury retrograde, the start of a Mars retrograde, and the new moon in Sagittarius and the full moon in Gemini. Any of those transits or any other transits can be a single transit reading. And so if you're just experiencing something weird and maybe you want an explanation, that would be the single transit reading. So, anywho, that's what I have. And welcome to Sagittarius season. Let's get into the content. Thank you so much for being here. Please feel free to click the like button, leave me a comment, let me know that you're here, say hi, and I appreciate you so much. And I'll talk to you later. Hello, we are here for the moon in Scorpio. This is November 27th through the 29th. So this will cover the United States Thanksgiving holiday. Remember that Mercury is in retrograde, so plan and proactively communicate or plan accordingly for travel, whether you are traveling local or afar. We are also in a darkening moon phase. The moon's going to square Pluto immediately as it enters Scorpio, so that's fun. We also have Venus squaring Chiron. Chiron station is sitting at 19 degrees of Aries, which is where he was for the solar eclipse that we had April 8th of this year. So lots of stuff surfacing, of course, because we're around family. And so why not have some, not a moon in its fall position and a Venus square Chiron digging up some wounds, but hopefully some wounds to be healed because now we've got Pluto in Aquarius for 20 years. And so moons in Scorpio are going to square Pluto for the next 20 years. Yay! All right. So, but realistically here, this could be challenging. It does not have to be challenging, but it could be challenging. We have Mercury in retrograde. We have Jupiter retrograde opposing Mercury. So you can't bypass what's unfolding. You also can control your reactions or responses to what's happening and what's unfolding. Because I know that we are entering into what could be a very painful time for a lot of people. It doesn't have to be, and yet there may be feelings or emotions that are simply unavoidable because we are moving through a very high magnitude transformative time that's unavoidable. But you are responsible for you. You are responsible for your emotions, your emotional state, your well-being. Remember that Scorpio rules things like urination, defecation, parts like that has a lot to do with like how we digest and things like that. So it's not necessarily the digestive system particularly, but it is as it relates to urination, defecation, those sorts of things. So there could be some like uncomfortable, and this could just be you overate and so you can't poop, right? um, but it also is emotional, and it's what you feel passionate about. So conversations could, of course, get heated up because it's holidays and not everybody is on the same page. And yet, again, you can, like, still attend your holiday get-togethers and not voice your opinions because you would rather not. And in some cases, I'll be honest, some opinions need to be voiced. Some things need to be heard and some things need to be said. So it could go both ways. This being a darkening moon, though, and with a Mercury retrograde, like, it's just one of those, like, be on your highest guard, maybe, and acknowledge that we're all experiencing something. We're all moving through something, right? So compassion, going easy. Um, I would say avoid intoxicants, but who's ever going to partake in those is going to partake in those regardless of what anybody suggests or says. And I get that because, you do you. But for your well-being, feel into what you need emotionally to get through this stretch of time. And that may mean that you limit your time with your family, but you're able to go for a couple of hours and enjoy some laughs, some card games, some board games, whatever your family does. You're able to appreciate some good food, to get nourished, and things like that. Then we have Black Friday, and all I can, we can all just hope that nobody need no, we're not seeing fights over big screen TVs. Because I think it's back to what I said in the Libra Moon video. It's like, do you really need to buy all of the things for Christmas this year? Or is it like, like I said, a lot of the people in my family are downsizing, minimizing, and really getting clear as to what items we actually need, and don't really care about getting a lot of extra excess crap that we don't need. So, it's the things that you're passionate about, the things that make you feel good, that could feel a little sluggish, because this is a darkening moon, because it's a Mercury retrograde, and we're not that far away from Mars stationing retrograde. So it feels very much like things are not moving at all, maybe during the Scorpio moon. And that could be just an opportunity for you to rest, rejuvenate, and really feel into, Scorpio is one of those signs. If you've got a lot of Scorpio placements, you have to feel it in your body. If you don't feel it in your body, then you don't give a shit about it, right? You don't care about it. It's unimportant to you because your body has to feel it and want it, right? I have a lot of Scorpio, and for me, people can tell when I'm like motivated. I'll get up early. Any other day, I don't care what time I wake up. But if I really want to be a part of something, even if I've had no sleep at all, I'm going to show up and be happy about it, right? I'm going to enjoy doing what I'm doing because it's something that I really want, right? So with somebody who's a Scorpio, this could also stand true for like an Aquarius too. You're going to know whether they want it or not. And I feel like this could be true for all of us, in that if you really tune into your physical body and how your body feels when you're up to something, when you're, going to an event, your body can tell you, no, I don't feel like doing it. And other times where you can be like, yep, even though my ego says this is not a good idea, like my body's like, nope, you need to be there for that. Right? So, all right, let's see what's up with the tarot. So just be attentive to your emotions, your conversations, your feelings, your body reactions, things like that. Know that everybody's having some stuff surface right now, and that it really is a challenging time, but it does not have to be 100% challenging. You could be, like I said, you can be going through a challenge on one side, and the other side, it's like the ultimate contrast, right? Like one part of your life is like cruising right along, and the other part of your life is like, what the actual fuck? So, all right, let's see what's up with the tarot. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope y'all enjoy your feasts and whatnot. Um, the tower. Well, son of a bitch. What did I say last week? Was it last week Hugh versus Seven of Nine? And this week it's like breaking up with your victimhood. What are you giving your power away? The tower. Something's got to fall apart. But remember that the tower is not a bad card. Okay. It's a good card because something has to fall apart for something else to come together. And we're all having, I mean, we've been having a collective tower moment for like 4 years. Shit's been falling apart, shit's been crumbling and collapsing because something bigger, better, and greater is coming together. And so I'm surprised that I've only drawn this card like probably twice since I've been using this deck. Um, but this is Hugh of Borg. It was the episode I Borg where Geordi tries to where they try to separate Hugh from the collective and he can't function without the collective voices telling him what to do. This is where we are. This is the ultimate space that we are all in right now. Can you function without the celebrities, without the influencers, without the politicians telling you what to think, feel, or believe? Can you function? Can you function? All right, what else we got? But just know that things are falling apart as we move further into this time and space. The Empress in reverse, Dr. Crusher. Oh, there's a lot about trusting your gut that people are not able to do. Mostly this is because people aren't used to doing it. They're used to not trusting themselves. They're used to not feeling their own body. They're used to not feeling how their body reacts or responds to things, so that they don't have a concept of it. There's a lot of people that still operate in linear time and in linear thought and not in esoteric or ethereal thought or ethereal time, right? Like so many people are still stuck in the 9 to 5 and the weekends or weekends kind of thing. They are still stuck in logical ways of being as opposed to just intuitively like knowing and trusting and believing. And that could be what this completely is. So we have the tower and the Empress in reverse. And this could be exactly what this is that the linear world is crumbling and people are lost and confused and don't know what the hell to do. Very common right now, very normal right now. This is why mental illness is going to be on the rise, is because people literally don't know. I've said this before. If the AI, if the if the robots, the AI robots take over all the jobs, do humans feel like they have a purpose or they have is there meaning to life if they don't go to work? I have said that before. I think it's true. I feel like that there are so many people who, without work, they don't know what to do with themselves. That's why they don't take vacations. You ever seen those people who let their vacation time build and build and build? And then they're like, what do I even do? I have to take 2 weeks off work and I have no clue what to do. They don't have any hobbies. They don't have a vacation spot. They don't have, they only vacation if it's like an event as opposed to just going somewhere for the hell of it, for the fun of it. They don't have hobbies. They don't, this is a pretty common thing. And this is the culture that which we have created, is that we have been so committed to work and having a job and having a degree and having continuing ed and all of those things that we have totally forgotten and completely lost the plot on having things to do for sheer fun and enjoyment and not suffering and all of that, right? And even then, some people still have their cell phone and their email and all of that to go with them on their vacation so that, God forbid, their work needs them, they're available, right? So, yeah, it's a tough time for people, I feel like, in that respect. For some of us, it's time to fucking shine, right? Like we're moving and grooving. and things are happening. But for other people who are stuck in linear time and space, it's tricky because um, yeah, that's the only life that they know. And they have always looked at people like me and said we were crazy and stupid and all those things. But I'm not saying they were the crazy or stupid ones. I'm not saying that at all. But I've been called some pretty derogatory shit over the last 10 years of my life that is now becoming reality for a lot of people. I thought that in 2020, that like my life suddenly became reality for a lot of people, working from home, working remote, having the flexibility, blah, blah, blah. And people didn't know how to handle it. Some people did. Some people made the transition. Now, like a lot of people don't want to go back to work. But did we really get the same card? No, we didn't. Okay, wings. Um, you never needed those wings to fly. Uh-huh. Whatever's falling away, you didn't need it anyway. Whatever's towering, whatever's crumbling, whatever Jenga game is falling apart, you didn't need it anyway. You didn't need it. In fact, it was probably holding you back from going after the next big thing. And this could mean your family, this could mean friends. And again, I keep thinking like there's so much coming up that's like a repeat of 2020. And in 2020 and 2021 was when what few friends that I had left kind of disappeared. Right. And I feel like we're going through a lot of that again. Like people are, severing ties with friends, with family. And it's not a matter of going up in their face and telling them to F off. It's just letting things go and letting them be, letting people be in the space that they are. Not everybody's on a healing journey. Not everybody practices emotional intelligence. Not everybody is willing to change their conditioned, programmed way of being. Some people are meant to stay in that. That's okay. But you gotta let them be okay. And believe me, that is challenging. I totally get it. But also to get where you're wanting to go, to flip your life the way you want to flip it and be ready for all of this newness that's coming in 2025, you've got to allow stuff to be done and let things go. You gave it your all, maybe too much so. I'm loyal to a fault, so I'm speaking from experience as far as maybe too much so. I'm loyal to a fault, right? I will hold on to people, not so much anymore, maybe because I've been just like been through a lot with different people that now I'm kind of easy to let people go and be done. But if you're loyal to a fault, sometimes you got to let it go. And this does not have to be people. This could be technology. This could be a job. This could be a hobby. This could be uh, anything, right? It doesn't have to be people. You could have a job falling away. You could have a technology that you're holding on to that doesn't work anymore, or a routine that doesn't work anymore, a diet nutrition plan that doesn't work anymore, an exercise regimen that doesn't work anymore. All those things could be a part of this. So it doesn't have to just be people. So anyway, that's what I got for this Scorpio moon. Good luck. Try to enjoy your time, however it goes for you. Try to have some laughs. Try to eat some good food and all of those things. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Have a great one.